Hello everyone, this is Mami May of Mama Free Diary, and for today's video, nandito tayo sa launching ng one of the world's most expensive tree. So if you're interested to know more about this video, just keep on watching. So guys, ito yung ila-launch na tree mamaya. Magbebenta sila ng mga seedling ng Agarwood. This is the first permitted na magbenta ng Agarwood dito sa atin, legally.
It is a special day, especially for Gourmet Farms and Iba Botanicals as we launch this partnership. May I now call on Ms. Marife Castillo, Penrose Zambales for a short message.
I was asking Joel to conduct the biophysical assessment of the Mount Tapulao because Aquilaria tree thrive in cool places like in Mindanao. We commend Gourmet Farms and Iba Botanicals. Although Iba Botanicals is located in Zambales, we haven't introduced publicly this Aquilaria tree. We know for a fact that Aquilaria tree or the Agarwood is a lucrative source of income in Zambales. Congratulations.
Head Legal Unit of Biodiversity Management Bureau.
On behalf of our Director of the Biodiversity Management Bureau, Director Tato Saykol, I would like to greet each and every one of you a pleasant morning. Our office is very happy to know that someone from the Philippines is initiating this regularized and legalized form of trade and plantation of Aquilaria malacensis. As part of the conservation aspect of the B&B, we are happy to note that this is being introduced to the country as one lucrative product that each and everyone can engage with, but in a legal manner. Aquilaria malacensis is a species in a Thymelaceae family that is a native in the Philippines. Other than Philippines, this plant species is also found in other Asian countries such as Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Indonesia, Iran, Malaysia, Myanmar, Singapore, and Thailand. In our country, Aquilaria malacensis is categorized as endangered species. The collection of species, including seedlings and seeds in the wild, is strictly prohibited. At the moment, in the absence of a national wild population research, establishment of plantation for Aquilaria malacensis for harvesting of agarwood may be allowed if the seedlings for this purpose are sourced legally through legal importation or from holders of wildlife culture permit issued by the concerned DNR office. The current threat being faced by Aquilaria malacensis or Aquilaria species in general is poaching and illegal trade. Aquilaria malacensis is a major source of agarwood, a resinous hardwood used for perfume and incense. The first grade agarwood is one of the most expensive natural raw material in the world. In 2010, the price of superior pure material is as high as $100,000 per kilogram or 5 million pesos. Records of the Biodiversity Management Bureau from 2019 to 2021 show a confiscation of 82.37 kilograms of agarwood with estimated market value of 12.72 million pesos. This shows how tempting the illegal collection and trade of agarwood is. International trade of agarwood is regulated globally through the issuance of CITES permits. Only agarwood from legally sourced planting materials can be allowed for trade, whether locally or internationally. This year, the Iba Botanicals Inc., in partnership with Gourmet Farm, initiated the legal propagation of Aquilaria malacensis using the seeds legally imported abroad. The DNR Region 3 has issued the Wildlife Culture Permit to Iba Botanicals Inc. for the maintenance and operation of Aquilaria plantation. With the direction initiated by Iba Botanicals Inc. and Gourmet Farm, we are positive that protection and conservation of Aquilaria malacensis and other Aquilaria species can go together with economic benefits for the Filipinos and eventually economic development of our country. Again, congratulations, and on behalf of the Biodiversity Management Bureau, pleasant good morning again. Thank you.
To share with us his knowledge about Agarwood, I would like to call on Mr. Ben Mead, CEO of Iba Botanicals.
When Agarwood was placed on the IUCN Red List, so it's regarded as an endangered species, it's restricted from trade. This was about 25 years ago or so. Within Asia, so this tree grows, there's several species of Aquilaria. This Aquilaria tree, when it became restricted, a fairly large plantation industry developed around Asia, particularly in Thailand, Malaysia, Laos, things like this, but nothing so far in the Philippines. But certainly the interest is there in the Philippines, and this tree is indigenous to the Philippines, so it also grows in the wild in the Philippines. The reason why the tree is so sought after is because the heartwood can be worth so much money. In the wild, less than 10% of these trees will have the valuable heartwood, but the value can be up to $100,000 US, 5 million pesos. And that's because this tree is a natural defense mechanism. If it's being stressed or attacked, will produce the heartwood as a natural reaction. And so people in the wild, they'll find a tree, often you can't tell outwardly, does the tree have the heartwood, so they'll cut it down. And that's why there's a pressure on this tree. With a legitimate industry for legal agarwood production in the Philippines, we can relieve that pressure on the poaching of the agarwood trees. We can meet the demand, we can meet the interest, and we can help to offset some of the poaching pressure. What we want to offer is not just legal supply, it's also training, education, and knowledge. Fundamentally, there is a lot of lack of education, particularly on the legalities as it relates to agarwood. What we really want to do is provide very clear, concise, black and white guidance on the laws and the agronomic techniques and how to stimulate the tree, how to harvest the tree, and how to commercialize the agarwood tree. We will also offer inoculation services. So when you stimulate the tree, essentially after 7 to 8 years, the tree is artificially stimulated to produce the heartwood. So what you do is you drill holes in the tree and you introduce a pathogen. We will also offer to buy back the agarwood once it's harvested, but of course the planter is free to sell that wherever they may like. And in doing so, Iba Botanicals and Gourmet Farms wants to remain a long-term resource for buyers to support them and ensure everybody's success. We've launched a website, agarwoodph.com. Resources on there for anybody for further information. So thank you very much, we're very excited, and thank you for the support of our friends at DNR. We'll do you proud, and I'm sure it'll be a great success.
A few moments later.
Ayan, kain tayo guys. Technically, ang mahal pala ng oil niya. And yung oil na napoproduce ng wood, yun yung pinakamahal. Parang sa isang matured wood, yung isang matured tree, makakapag-produce siya ng 2 kilos to 4 kilos of resin. We're here with Sir Ben. We will ask some questions about the pricing and where we can buy the seedling trees. Hello Sir Ben, and thank you for giving us opportunity here in the Philippines to have this industry of agarwood. If I may ask, how much is one seedling tree of agarwood?
Our agarwood seedlings come with all the licenses and necessary legalities. With our official receipt that we give when you buy an agarwood seedling, that is like the birth certificate for this tree, that it comes from a legal source. Only the agarwood that comes from us has that legal source, so it's important that you would keep that official receipt. For the pricing, it depends on the volume. So for what we're calling retail,
there's a wholesale
sales,
and retail sale.
that's purchased through Gourmet Farms, so it can either be bought here at Gourmet Farms in the deli on the Aguinaldo Highway, or it can be ordered from their website and will be shipped to you.
I
And these are selling for 1,000 pesos
per seedling.
per seedling. Yeah.
Okay. So like this seedling bag, this is 1,000 pesos already.
Correct. Yeah.
And how many pieces will be considered as wholesale?
Probably more than 50.
50 pieces.
Yeah. The other thing to bear in mind is that when you buy the seedling from gourmet farms or from even botanicals, it also gives you the ability to attend an Agarwood training. Gourmet Farms is a DA accredited farm. It's about a 2-hour module that provides educational training on everything from the laws and the permitting to the cultivation techniques to inoculation.
So personally,
harvesting,
is
marketing.
this tree hard to grow or not?
It's an unremarkable tree in
Uh-huh.
every respect. You stimulate it to produce the heartwood. This tree grows in a wide variety of soils, full sun or partial shade. It's easy to grow. It grows naturally in the Philippines. It grows everywhere from northern Luzon, Sierra Madre, to Sorsogon, to Mindanao.
What potting mix do you use for this one?
So this is a mix of topsoil, rice hull, vermi, and river sand. It's reasonably loose. It's mainly for the drainage.
So it will be, yeah.
Yeah. When we sell the seedlings, we have this card. The primary recommendation here is that you want to keep this seedling in its bag until the seedling is around 30 centimeters.
37
And
minutes.
you don't want it to be exposed to the sunlight during the heat of the day. Recommend keeping it in a shaded or partly shaded area. But the tree, it's robust. It's quite easy to maintain. Just not exposing it to the heat of the day in direct sunlight and keeping it moist. And when it reaches the 30 centimeters, plant the tree out.
Having it grown to 37 centimeters, how long will it take?
I mean, one like this is probably going to take maybe 3 months.
3 months. You do
The
not
smaller ones
suggest
maybe.
using fertilizers for them to grow.
We don't recommend fertilizers because we don't want people to over-fertilize and shock and kill the tree. If people are confident in applying fertilizer,
yeah.
go ahead. But we don't talk about fertilizer
Not
here
suggested
because
yet.
a lot of people who don't know how to handle plants will kill their plant by giving it,
Yeah, too much.
fertilizer. So
Yeah.
yes, give it fertilizer if you know what you're doing.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So guys, nahiya ako mag-interview. English eh, char. Pero anyway, sa mga collector dyan, he also suggests you to buy a seedling. Kasi parang it's cool, diba, to have an Agarwood tree in your collection. So, ang Agarwood tree seedling cost 1,000 pesos and you can buy it here in Gourmet Farms. So, for those who wanted to collect or even gustong maglagay ng plantation nila ng Agarwood sa kanilang mga lupain dyan na malalaki, you can go to Gourmet Farms and even contact them. Ilalagay ko sa description box yung mga contact details where you can reach them to buy the seedling plants.
Meanwhile,
Ayan guys, Gourmet Farms. Dito lang binibenta yung first and only legal source of Agarwood seedlings here in the Philippines. So, yun yung launching na inattenda natin kanina. So, you can buy yours dito sa kanilang cafe. So, puntahan natin sa loob para pakita ko sa inyo yung kanilang mga seedlings. Kasi pag bumili kayo doon, may receipt and merong certificate. So, ayan guys, upon entering yung cafe ng Gourmet Farms, andito na agad sa entrance nila yung rack ng Agarwood seedlings. So, ayan pa sila. So, we will try to purchase one before going home. So, ayan. Isa sa favorite talaga na bilihan ko dito sa amin sa Silang Cavite is Gourmet Farms. And lumaki ako talaga na kumakain ng mga produce nila. And especially, ito yung favorite ko. Yung kanilang lettuce chips. Meron din silang khalad chips. And even their dips. When you purchase, bibigyan kayo nito ng certificate of purchase with OR number. Yung resibo po ng Gourmet, when you purchase, that's this one. And then, meron silang buyback ng Agarwood. So, pagka na-grow nyo na yung Agarwood nyo, meron silang certificate na pwede nilang bilhin yung mapoproduce na resin dun sa inyong tree. Actually, hindi naman ngayon lang ako bibili ng tree, literal na tree. Kasi, ang binibenta usually na tree na kilala natin is rubber tree at saka yung fiddle lime tree, di ba? So, meron na tayong ganon. So, ngayon ako bibili ng Agarwood tree. Napapalakihin natin. And in the future, we will see. Sana mabuhay ko siya. And sana lumaki siya sa akin. So, ginagawan lang ako ni Ma'am Nympha ng ating receipt. And hintayin na lang din natin yung certificate na i-issue sa atin for this tree. Pag bumili kayo ng Agarwood, it's important na may certificate kayo of ownership. Kasi that will legalize your possession of the tree. Pagka wala, parang illegal possession yung dating. And hindi mo siya pwedeng ibenta or ipasa to anybody. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Kung kanino lang nakapangalan yung tree, doon lang. Yung buyback po nila, magandang program yun. Ano?
Yes, it's a buyback. You don't buy it just for nothing.
Opo.
But you need to take care of it.
Opo.
So what we are getting is the one who will take care of it, parang adapting. Kumbaga, you need to take care of it.
Yes po.
And then once it's okay na siya, after 7 to 9 years, and it's ready, milyonarya ka na. It
Muna for the
depends
meantime.
upon how big your lot is.
Yes po.
But one is okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
So that is something na pwede mong iwan. Kunyari, this is something that you can give to her, to him.
Mm.
Anak,
Pamana
tandaan
na,
mo to,
no?
ingatan mo. Because in the future, maalala mo.
Opo.
This is something for you.
Wow!
really
Nakaka-touch
ano.
naman yun. Oo.
So parang hindi ka lang basta nagbigay.
Opo,
You need
opo.
some effort.
Ito talaga yung plant na pwedeng ipamana.
Yes.
Literal na pwedeng
Yes.
ipamana. Ayan guys, we are now officially a plant owner of the Agarwood tree. So sana mapalaki ko siya in the future. And I'm sure my kids will love this. And nakaka-touch nga yung shinare ni ma'am kanina na talagang yung puno ay pwede mong iwang legacy and pamana sa yung mga anak. Kasi this tree really is a income generating plant. So sa mga gustong mag-collect, I'm sure you will see the opportunity this plant will give you. Na-inspire ako
Kaya
sa sinabi ni
tinanong ko
Ma'am
muna, are you
Nympha.
married? Do you have kids?
Kasi nabigyan niya ako ng idea na ito talagang plant na to can be passed
Parang
on to your
hindi
kids.
siya nagbasta na lang binigyan.
Yes.
Wala man lang something na magpapaalala na wala yung pera.
Oo.
Wala. Eh habang nandiyan
Ibang
yan,
klase yung plant niya.
makikita niyo.
Oo, although I have so many plant collections, iba yung pwedeng maging effect ng plant na to, ng tree na to sa anak ko in the future. Kasi yung mga benta-benta lang nila ng cuttings in the future dun sa mga collection ko is way better na maging income nitong tree na to pagdating ng panahon. Oo. So, para akong bumili ng halaman na iba yung interest in the future. Yes. So, we bought 3. Isa lang talaga yung plano kong bilhin, pero mabili tayo ng
Recipe
3.
number.
So, guys, excited tayo na umuwi and explain ko sa mga kids ko why I bought 3 Agarwood trees for them. So, ibibigay sa kanila to as a Christmas gift. Kasi, ayun, na-inspire ako sa sinabi ni Ma'am Nympha na, oo nga naman, sa lahat ng mga halaman na nabili ko, ito yung pwede kong iwan sa kanila that can give them good fortune. Tapos na yung ating event na inatendan dito sa Gourmet Farms, yung launching ng legal sale and distribution ng Agarwood here in the Philippines. So dito pa lang siya mabibili sa Gourmet Farms for 1,000 pesos per seedling bag. So for those interested, punta lang kayo dito sa Gourmet Farms sa Lalaan, Silang Cavite. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, stay safe, and see you on my next one. Bye!